Oops. Oopsie, oopsie. I'm not muted. Okay. I'm not. Alright. Thank God I don't use some gamer words before I start streaming. I get it all out of my system before I click the start stream button, because otherwise it would be far too much of an excitement to do it while muted. Hang on a second, I'm gonna mute myself for 10 more seconds before I start. Alright, I got it all out now. Limbus. I'm logging in. Give me a short moment. Actually, kind of nice that they update the login screen, even for smallish events. I don't know. Is it a direct tie-in to chapter 7, or does it feel unrelated? Again, I don't know. Not every chapter feels as introductory. They feel like sub chapters. Don't get me wrong, but not always do they serve as like. Their lubricant. What am I talking about? What am I trying to say? They're just not as good to introduce you to the sinner that the next chapter is about. Okay, that's my opinion. Good. I haven't done any Limbus in a while. I wanted to do this event, this one, while the banner is still on, and I hope it still is. Yes, it is. Okay, so. I wasn't spoiled. No, please don't do it now. Why do you know about it? I thought you didn't play it in this email. Okay, we're gonna roll like maybe 2 times, maybe all of my lunacy away. You know how it goes when I don't get what I want. So let us start with this right now. We have after this we have. Oh my god, we're shy of 3 rolls. And yes, I have paid lunacy. Why though? Why do I have paid lunacy? What did I buy? I think it was because of the pass or something? I'm not entirely sure. Can't wait for Ryosh's Kanto. I can't wait for all of them. All of them have the potential to be incredible. Let's hope that none of them shit the bed. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot to make the call. Let me send him a message real quick. Maybe he can still Director. The voice message. Hello everyone, say hello to the director. Director-kun, I'm about to roll. Please, if I don't get it in this one because I accidentally clicked too fast before messaging you, let me get it in the next one. I need this Faust identity. You know why. We both know why. Everyone knows why. She has 2 very good arguments, which are her skill 2 and skill 3, obviously. So let's see. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, Director-kun. Goodbye. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay. This is not the one. This is not the one. Shippy song. It's a dog shit. I am rolling on the right banner, right? Yeah. The multi-heroine office rep Faust. And Dimension Shredder Otis, which I couldn't care less about because I don't know what it does really. It has some 80k weight. And it's an envy skill. I should want it. Mechanical arms are my thing. Yes. Imagine. 9 vaginas. You know what would be cool? If you could cut the chains one by one to do the pull thingy instead of just clicking this. A little bit boring. Oh shit, son. Do you think we'll get it? Do you think we'll spark or something? Oh no, he didn't get the message. He sung again. He sung. Stop getting in my fucking pulls! Your chapter's over. Oh yeah! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I needed to give him some time. Obviously, he had to run it through a translator. I'm not sure Director-kun is fluent in English. Let's go! Oh yeah! He did it! He did it once more, everyone! He pulled the plug, he flipped the switch, he flicked the bean! The director did it for me! Let's see if I spark in this as well. That would be fucking ridiculous. Let's see. In before it's an off rate. Oh no, don't jinx me like that. Ego and ID? Oh, if I get both in one, that would be splendid, wouldn't it? There's no tier 2 identity in this banner, funnily enough. There are some I still miss though, I think. Anyway, it's like GUI-ish. Top or bot. Let's go with top first. Oh! Oh yeah! Oh, if it's not Fausto, I'm gonna be so fucking angry. Because I didn't care about this one. Why is she in a washing machine? I don't think I've made this joke before, right? Jesus, that's an ancient joke. The other one is also Otis. Lamau, don't Lamau at me. No! Oh, it's the fucking twink trap. No! Ah. Fuck you, Honglu! Fuck you for not fucking me! Oh, he looks like a woman in this one as well. Oh, this hurts. This stinks. Oh, this stinks so bad. Shy 40 fucking lunacy. Jesus Christ. Oh, what do I do? Is there anyone anywhere where I can get lunacy or something? Please. Just a single click away or something? No? Okay, let's do the fucking event and then I should do my fucking mirror dungeons. I haven't done them in like a month. Play the story, I guess? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh shit, I accidentally this one. We want this. Which team do I bring? What do I collect civilian. That's good music. I collect civilian recovery packs via the following methods. Event stage and dungeon clears. Mirror dungeon clears. Yeah, I should have done my mirror dungeons. And main story stage and dungeon first time clears. In the reward exchange window, you can purchase various rewards by spending civilian recovery pack you have collected. Is a civilian recovery pack? Is that like Soylent Green or something? Is that like a civilian just condensed? Wait a second, you don't get any loons. You get, oh yeah, you get pull tickets. All right. Oh shit, this one's actually sweet. Oh, I don't want to grind for this shit. I hate it so much. Is he any good? Oh, he has an envy skill, but oh, he isn't better than like Quickliff. If this unit consumes charge, can inflict defense level down. Oh, that's cool. Photoelectricity. Come on. When this unit is hit, the attacker gains charge count equal to the value. They're going all in with fucking charge count, but I feel like it's still dog shit. Or like charge in general. The problem with charge is that you get so much of it, I think, and there's no like real finishing move or big spender move or something after a certain point. But I could be wrong. Like, my opinions about this game are usually dog shit. Sorry to say. Charge is meta again, especially with Otis. Wait a second. I'm not bringing her along in this team. Should we make a team around Otis's Dimension Shredder? Let's just do a cheeky thread spin up to like maybe 3 or something. I have the thread, why not? I think I still would, you know, even in that form, I think. What does it do? At 3 plus highest resonance, gain plus 1 ATK weight. The regular ATK weight is already 3. And it's a base 21 plus 9. At less than 10 charge count, consume 15% HP, so it is a charge spender. As per usual, they consume HP if you don't have charge count. Wait, does she have a charge identity? Does she have an identity to even gain charge? Or does she need... Oh yeah, she has the new one, right? She has like the Jenny Chief or something. I'm not sure I have this one. Consume up to 40 charge count and deal plus 1% more damage. For every charge count, consume maximum 20. Inflict charge minus 1, dimensional rift. What is with these mathematical formulas? It's getting far too complicated. Charge minus 1, dimensional rift, max 2. It's like 3 numbers too much in this sentence alone. Gain 1 haste and 1 load. I'm sure she does. Next turn for every charge, maximum 2 of each skill. Load. Max value 6. Attack skills that consume charge count deal 2.5% more damage for every value on self. If the affected unit is a W Corp employee, deal plus 5% more damage. Turn end. This effect expires. Yeah, my load only lasts 1 turn as well. Gain 2 charge count. Max charge count +5. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Skills that consume charge count. Deal 2% more damage for every charge -1. Max 10. Does it get even better? Gets higher 80k weight. A better 80k weight here. Consume 10% HP, so that's like a better deal. Max 30. Yeah, I mean, uptying this to 4 is like crazy good, but at the same time, the Fred game, ridiculous, right? I think I have a charge here. We could just take the charge here. Yeah, that would be thematical, right? To just, do I have? I don't have her. Well, I don't know what to do there. I have a few crates, you know? I could be splashing. I could be... Oh my god, I have tickets. I have 2 10-pull fucking... Why am I doing that? Why am I not doing that? Am I retarded? I could be doing this. But there's still a few left, and I don't really want to waste it on it. I have 2 of these. No, let's not do that now. Could be doing single pulls. No. No. Anyway, I was trying to... Wait. I have like 150 Otis 150, which means that I need 250. 250 divided by like 2 is like 100 and... Let's go with 120 Otises. Yes. Where is she? No. That's... Fucking Honglu almost tricked me again. Alright, wait. That was 150 and 237 means we're missing like 13. So I'm gonna do like a cheeky 5. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do 1. No! Oh my god! 1. Yes! Okay, we got it. We can just dispense her now. Wait, can we dispense her? Yes, she's in a regular. Should I dispense the standard fare? Am I about to make a grave mistake? Should I rather get some of these? I still don't have this one, for example, and this one will be gone by the end of the season. But mind you, I still have the 10, like the guaranteed 10-pull thingy-majiggy. I should save up for these as well, jeez. You know what? Executive decision. I'm getting her. That's it. I'm getting her. Right. Good. We need more of a thread anyway. I'm dumb. Because... like a 75. Uptying her, right? Oh, exactly 150. Did you see that? Oh... That's a sign, boys. We're supposed to use her. It's gonna be a shame that we're missing her passive, because I really like this one. One ally with the most HP randomly gains attack power up, defense power up, 1 protection at the start of the combat phase. That's a sweet one. At the same time, the Jenny game, ridiculous, right? So, uptie once. Uptie 3. We're gonna read a story, why not? Maybe it's gonna serve as like an appetizer for what we're about to witness. And then we're gonna level her up. I hope I have enough tickets to level up properly. I still have a minimum of 2 sparks, yeah. A hollow train. A spatter of prismatic sparks flies, briefly illuminating the hushed train car of guts and gore. 3 children emerge into the enclosure as though transported inside by the light. Notice, are you of absolute certitude? What's the difference between certainty and certitude? Is it like how high above it is? That us 3 should be sufficient for this task. Why ever have you decided to not involve those waiting outside? The other child asks with apparent exhaustion, but this child is not one to be swayed. No, new recruits are unfit to deal with a train like this. It's not like we're here to clean up the usual suicidal types, are we? The BS duty will only get in our way. I agree. The BS duty? BS? Is it actually bullshit? Certitude is the same word but fancy. Don't forget to equip the ego. Oh yeah, that sounds like a thing that I would be doing. The passengers have retained enough sense to barricade themselves behind the train doors. Then it's likely that they also retain a degree of intelligence. Keep your guards up. Today was supposed to be a day for new recruits to get one of their first tastes of field work. The child had been preparing herself to employ a stern, commanding voice against the new recruits, who will doubtless show frustrating degrees of clumsiness commonly seen with trainees. You see that? On the first job, but The situation inside the warp train they saw through the surveillance camera was more dire than anyone had expected. Is it like a Love Town situation or something? Like, does this frequently happen, I guess? Through the camera feed, they saw a passenger dressed in a mantle of his own hide and a makeshift crown. There were several passengers playing royal guards patrolling the train entrance as well. I think they mentioned that this happens a lot of the time, right? Them just founding kingdoms and shit and fighting each other. It appeared that those who could still manage to amble had endured the eons in the train by building a new civilization with new bizarre rules of their own. Oh my god. Guys, have any of you ever thought about that maybe we are inside a warp train right now and what we're experiencing is our eternal punishment for getting a second-class ticket? Oh my god. The child was certain that this was too much for the new recruits, who probably hadn't even learned the basic manuals by heart to handle. And that is why the child decided to enter this train only with elf-free agents. There's been an increasing frequency of trains with such unique dispositions, to say nothing of the ever-growing delays on arrivals. What are the captain's thoughts on these developments? It's because they slashed the ticket prices and expanded the economy seats. More passengers equals more bad apples among the bunch. It's hardly a surprise that we're getting a stranger variety of passengers. That may hardly be an explication. What is wrong with his, like, verbal diarrhea? I don't know. Hardly be an explication for the increasingly recurrent delays. Must be the aftermath of the incident on the train they told us not to talk about. Ah, guys, is that a direct reference to the community just saying not to talk about Love Town? That's why those idiots riding first class. Enough! We've all been given a non-disclosure order. Let's not go poking the hornet's nest for no reason. Ah. I'll accept it, as long as this gives me more opportunity to study art. In all given universes, Rioche is a fucking degenerate. The child had an inkling as to what might have happened. First-class ticket sales have been steadily declining ever since the incident from a few years ago. Something irreversibly must have happened on one of the first-class cabins. But the children, who were but lowly employees, had no way of knowing exactly what occurred in there, I guess, as a typo. Only the high-ups at W Corp would be privy to such information. The child also knew that employees trying to dig into such truths would be, for the wing, cause for an incident greater than the incident itself. Interesting. They're just going to let this problem fester. What will they do when the employees completely burn out? Child absent-mindedly blurted out what was on her mind before shaking her head dismissively. It's interesting that, again, across all worlds and identities, the W Corp Jennies, they are just fucking depressed, right? Even in Ruina, they were like out of it because it must be because of their work, surely. That's enough chit chat. Let's get started. She sighed and opened her employee manual. These thoughts don't help anyone. Not herself, not her subordinates. Ripping space while the train is in operation may interfere with the dimensional coordinates. Once the train has come to a stop, employee hibernation pods must not... wrong page. Ripping space sounds like... That sounds like a euphemism, actually. A multitude there still of clauses I understand ill. The exhausted child comments, glancing at the manual. WC, still trying to read between the lines. What? WC? Like a toilet? Like I said, enough with the chat. Oh, here it is. Standard cleanup time for factionalized type is an hour. We'll be cutting it close to the next arrival. I don't think cleaning up mutilated corpses is a good job, but is it a good paying job? That's the question. Through to positions. Let's wrap this up ASAP. Also, you need to remember that it is an actual job people do in real life. Cleaning up mutilated corpses. Like, whenever you jump in front of a train, think of the person having to clean up after you. You're only going to think this once, or maybe you're going to think it a few times, and it will stop you jumping in front of a train. But someone has to clean up the mess. The child's command is clear, concise and effective. I need to really replay Arena? Yeah, I really do. You're right about that. I really do. But it would be such a big time commitment. And I don't know if I should do it off stream or like... which would make it easier for me, or on stream, which would make it a lot of fun for everyone. EMTs deal with those sometimes on the spot. What's emergency medical? What does the T stand for? City we're talking about. Mutilated bodies aren't that special. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But that doesn't make it any less fucked up, actually. Does it? Play Arena with mods on stream. Arena streams would be ultra keen. Like, maybe it's something like you know what? I held back Elden Ring for comfy December streams, but maybe we're gonna do comfy Arena streams instead. When a door lodged in place by a mass of tangled veins and flesh blocked their path, she swiftly commanded them to open a dimensional rift. Every time a particularly nasty passenger appeared, she gave each of her subordinates maneuvers that best fit their weapon specializations. I'll give you extra time to observe this gallery once we're done patching our passengers together. So let's get to it. Hey, good. Because she knew that the smoking child did not enjoy spoiling the passengers, she was given the vein and flesh collection duty. Isang, you're charged with clearing a path forward. Focus on neutralizing the passengers. It appears patently preferable to the work assigned to my colleague. And because she knew the disposition of the sunken-eyed child, she let him take care of battling the passengers. There might be an ambush, so keep your charge barriers up. Rip space every time you've got enough charge to tear open barricaded doors. Thanks to the child's methodical and systematic employment of her subordinates and their W Corp issued weapons, the team usually blitzes through the train cars at a much faster pace than the estimates written on the employee manual. We're ahead of schedule again. It's not necessarily a good thing for trains, right? Don't they have to apologize for this as well? After 30 minutes of non-stop cleanup work, the child finally signaled them to stop. A decision made in consideration of their weapons' charge levels and their wielders' growing fatigue. Let's take 5. The long-awaited. The sleep-deprived child promptly closes his eyes in welcome relief. The other child takes this chance to pull out a new cigarette. Puff. Or... I don't know if you can hear that. The passengers of this car are all diced in interesting shapes. It's evidence that the passengers used certain cars as prisons or torture dungeons. These sites are often discovered among passengers who have created factions. Will you not rest your legs to relieve yourself of this weariness, Captain? Don't mind me. I'm resting in my own way. This is just a habit of mine. Oh my god, I do the same at work. I can't take a break. Like in my break, I keep working somehow in some weird way. I feel like I'm getting less effective, less efficient. I don't know which word is like appropriate for this after I take a break at work. So the best thing I could do is that to work like 12 hours without a break. I love that. I had some of these shifts as well, and they're like the best. No, the child wasn't resting. She was piecing together the shredded parts of the passengers. She used the weapons charges efficiently, so they won't be losing their charges anytime soon. Besides, it would take more work than that for her to need a real break. Part of this behavior was that she wanted the other children to rest, yes, but another part of it was that she wanted to get as much work done as possible. It's when the child felt a nigh imperceptible tremor under her feet. It's me. She perked her ears. There were sounds of several feet rushing over to this location. That's not me anymore. Odd has been making an odd commotion from that direction. I hear it as well. Our position's been compromised. A passenger decorated with blood-painted bones shambled into their view, flinging chunks of flesh all over them, as if to confirm their suspicions. Conceited for an unfinished piece. The other child's cigarette still in her mouth rises from her seat before a hand stops her. The child was the one who stopped her, seeing the undercharged state of her weapon. What? What? In my butt? Don't get yourself killed swinging that undercharged weapon around. The artistic merit of my DDEDR shines only when my blood drenches its... What does DDEDR stand for? Is that the name of a skill, I believe? Denied. Take a seat if you're even remotely serious about using that weapon. Leave this one to me. Violet glow dances around the child's gauntlet before a powerful materialization of force gathers around the gauntlets, almost appearing to refract the very space it inhabits. And in a flash, the fist blasts the passenger from one end to the other end of the train car, exploding its body into 1,000 chunks of meat and gore. Imagine getting fisted by Otis. I don't enjoy jigsaw puzzles. The other child mutters with apparent annoyance, but this child was not one to be swayed. She turns around to give them an order, ignoring whatever complaint they had. second time it's mentioned that she does not want to be swayed. 5 minutes up. Let's get back to work. Every minute, every second in respite seems to pass us by in such indifferent rapidity. Yet, I find solace in the hope that our toil in the next train will consist of no more work than to teach our new colleagues the ways. What's wrong with his son? Why is he like such a... Why is he such a poet would be a very retarded question. Huh. Looks like I'll get plenty of time to admire the gallery while the rookies get the unfinished artwork out of my view. Child opens her mouth, about to give them stern talking to about basing the optimism on practically nothing, before a fallen advertisement pamphlet catches her eye. 10 seconds to anywhere, is it? The warp train advertisement pamphlet endured the years, refusing to weather away despite the immeasurable passage of time. Imagine if the warp train advertisement pamphlets are like coated in some kind of like T-Corp liquid or something to make them not deteriorate, and they're just allowing themselves the luxury of doing that to not print them again or something. The child pulled the cap low over her face and placed the pamphlet on a seat. She looked away. No matter how much labor upon labor I endure, I can't seem to go back. Not in 10 years, let alone 10 seconds. You know what? I would put Otis in labor. And you can print that on a coffee mug. The return journey is always so far and so unforgiving. Dimensional demon edge, dimensional refraction. Wait, oh my god, we got the 40 lunacy we need! We can do it again. Why is Ryosh such a tuny though? Okay, we're gonna level up first. Do we have like a... Oh, we have one level boost ticket. We have one level boost ticket. I think we're gonna use it. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, it only takes 13 to do this and 38 to do this then, which we're gonna do. Don't worry, we're gonna start in a sec. I know these events always take so long before we get to the meat of it, but I now have enough lunacy to do this again, okay? Oh shit, it would use up my paid You know what? I should do this, right? But then I won't have enough. Like, is this better? No, this is not better. Why do they offer one paid lunacy extraction every day for 13 lunacy when 10? No, wait, 10? Wait, this is a whole lot better. That's 130 if you do this every day for 10 days instead of like 1,300. Level boost may not be the best. What? Why? Earl King Heathcliff comes out next week. I have two of these still. I'm not even sure I would use Earl King Heathcliff, to be honest. He was a little bit of a cuck, wasn't he? How did you not notice? I am fucking retarded, okay? Oh man, fuck that shit. Alright, we're gonna grab a few like tickets and then we're gonna extract again. Alright? Okay? Alright, okay. Good. Who do we bring along? Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna leave the Alcor people at home, and we're gonna bring Faust instead. And yeah, he's level 1. Yeah. That's how we're doing it. Okay, let's go. How long is this event? 15 stages. Oh, you'll get a second stream, everyone. I hope you're lucky and happy about that. Maybe it's not a second stream. Maybe we're just gonna rush through this real quick. That's me hoping, actually. All right, how did this happen? I don't know. How does it happen usually? It happens a lot that I drop my spaghetti. First, we boarded the warp train to get to the next destination. P-Corp! P-Corp! Oh! I would love to get into P-Corp with Don. Oh. Got into a fancy first-class flash freeze hibernation capsules and... Wait! The company paid for first-class tickets? We were supposed to arrive at P-Corp after a quick blink of an eye, but... Dante, please respond to this. Alright, it's pretty nice. We get a CG right off the bat for this. That's rare, actually. She did not want to come home. Bitch. The first thing I saw when my vision returned was the perplexed look on Faust, who had entered hibernation at the same time as I did. That's assuming I looked at her face, first things first. Then I realized that we woke up mid-transit on the warp train, which is not a good thing. Which could only mean that we're now stranded in some lost unknown dimension? Question mark? Dante, I understand your considerable degree of disorientation, but... What? What the hell happened? First thing first. Let's rewind. Wicca Wicca War. Return to the very start of this highly unfavorable situation we find ourselves in. A few days ago. It's like an anime with, like, Oh! I wanted to click this. What did he say? Our next destination is to a warp train, Dante. What? Yep, that's where it all started. That's me. You probably wondered how I got myself into this situation. It's because I'm a fucking clock. There I was, still perplexed by the incidents at T-Corp, with my awful idea of clearing the air by asking Virgilius for our next destination, not knowing the storm that my innocent question would bring. But verily, I must have misheard. Do they know? Like, do they? Do they know? I'm quite certain you didn't, Quixote. We are now en route to the T-Corp warp train station. That warp train station must have some conundrum that must be resolved there. Indeed, a quest that must be swiftly addressed at the station, yes? Did a distortion pop up at one of the warp platforms or something? I see that you are now significantly less disinclined to take on some side jobs, but no. Look at that fucking smirk. He's gonna walk, I know it. He's not gonna come with it. We are boarding the warp train to get to P-Corp. End of story. There's nothing between the lines, so don't try reading into it. Dante's VA is a really professional. Never heard someone who sounds more like a clock than him. Ooh, yeah. I've been practicing in my free time. It was only natural that the sinners immediately fell into a state of collective dumbfounded shock. None of the sinners have any history of working at W Corp, but we're actually taking that train? What vague information we could gather from the identities, we all had some fragmentary knowledge about the terrible secrets of the warp train's operations. Wait a second. Wait a second. They get to retain their memories of their identities? I thought it was like a glimpse Dante gets or something, or like maybe just a meta information for the player. Of like Carmen talking about these other worlds. But they get to retain these memories? Shouldn't the head be on this shit ASAP? Because all the other corporations would be like shouting foul because of like possible leakage of singularity information or something? I mean, this is directly revealing the singularity of W Corp. The fact that they know about the train like that. It's collecting the spare time from all the passengers. Oh, we have a few. We have a few like newbies in here apparently that haven't played right now. Keep going. No, I'm gonna pause here specifically to complain about this thing that will be resolved in like 10 seconds. Interesting that W Corp doesn't come after them for this. Yes! The head got head. It's cool now. That would be cool too if I got head right now. I initially considered hiding this information from the rest of the sinners, but since sharing things with everyone and letting them get their 2 cents in usually ended up being pretty helpful, I've been sharing more of these as of late. You know what, Isan? In another world, you're cleaning up corpses. I bet you're really thrilled about that one, huh? Though if very dim, if present at all, recollections from the time during which I wear the identities can be determined from the conversational records between the manager and the identities that the mechanisms behind warp train's operations can be deemed as somewhat bizarre and inefficient. Oh yeah, it's a 10-second trip that actually takes a long time, right? When the train reaches the destination, they just wipe the passengers' memories. Wait, this is like a quick recap for the people that don't know. I also heard that the passengers get so tired and weary that they start literally ripping and tearing into one another. Sounds like I might finally have a chance to see a masterpiece with my own eyes. What does Virgilius think about all this? Mind you that he knows where Tomari came from, right? He should hate W Corp with a passion. Even when the sinners wear the identities through my identity cards, the identities, memories, or beliefs don't bleed into them once it's over and done with. I remember when Faust explained that, due to the risks associated with embracing such influences, there was a filtering process to intentionally block them from reaching the sinners. Yeah, because otherwise it would be exactly the same that happened to Kathy in the chapter, right? She had the mirror, saw into all of the possible identities in mirror worlds, and she fucking went batshit insane. And Nelly too, obviously. I think the sinners could maybe handle it because of the exposure to having the identities, but overall, it's not the best thing to happen to a sane mind. That's why the sinners could use the identities of some of our worst enemies without getting infected by the philosophies and whatnot. Some of our worst... Oh, I guess, yeah. Like Ahab, Mael and stuff. But it also meant that they couldn't retain any new information that each identity had to offer. That's why I keep a record of some things that sound particularly important and sometimes shared with the rest of the sinners. You know what would work really well? Okay, fucking don't listen to this if you're below 18 or something. You know what would work really well? Like an H game with the sinners and identities. You have a cast of like distinct characters, yet you can make them so different by just introducing a different identity. Would be pretty good. Would be pretty good. I can see the grind before me as well already. You need to grind every single identity and like get some affection points and stuff to get to the scenes. Oh yeah, that would be a good game. Someone get on that. There's so many parody games, like adult parody games. We need a Limbus one right now. My voice doesn't really carry well past the window, so most of our communications are one-sided, but I had an abundance of W-Corp identities, so it wasn't difficult to piece together the truth behind the trains. But, there's always AO3 own. What is that? What is this? Do I need to know this? But, maybe ignorance really is bliss. Your alarmed response and possible incompliance have already been accounted for. Lady Faust? Then thou hast known this all along? Wherefore hast thou not deigned to tell me of this? Faust has indeed known this all along, as no knowledge is out of Faust's reach. As expected, a solution to the dilemma has already been prepared. I seriously doubt your solution involves not getting on the train, so what is it? The bus. What about this bus? There's no way this thing fits inside a train car. Karen Vatos too. Not one to feed Matthew when Karen's gone. No one, rather. Miss Faust. The rearmost tail cars of warp trains are all freight cars. That is where Mephistopheles will be safely fastened and transported. And the LCB will have the benefit of boarding as first-class passengers. The bus begins to swell with noise again, though in a slightly different air to the alarmed response from earlier. First-class passengers? What, the seats for those pompous toffs? Even on normal trains, you've got those sots whose proudest accomplishment in life is planting their asses in first-class seats, while others are cramming themselves into freight cars because they haven't the cash for even an economy ticket. Hey, don't look at me. I've never been in one of those first-class seats before either. You should be looking at Hong Lu, rather, I think. Isn't a ticket for a single first-class seat like as expensive as 3 4-month salaries of a first-year wing employee? Can our budget really handle getting a ticket for all of us? Company's budget is not a subject that warrants your concern. What are we making money with? Are we selling like Faust nudes or something? We could make a lot of money with Faust nudes. I heard first-class passengers get some cool bonus stuff like personalized private capsules or something, don't they? Get in the pod, everyone! Get in the pod and eat the bugs. That is promotional language, yes. They are flash freeze hibernation capsules, to be precise. They've been designed to easily withstand the true amount of time it takes for the warp train to travel from point A to point B. The trip will be over in the blink of an eye for the passengers. The company's regard for our well-being is unfamiliar yet welcome. To be provided such extravagance merely for our comfort, such occurrence is quite seldom. Right? I honestly thought they were going to slip just the guide and Karen into the first-class seats and ship the rest of us in the economy cars in crates or something. This seems like an unnecessary luxury. They should have saved the budget and given only the executive manager and their loyal advisor access to those seats. I thought she was about to say I would have enjoyed a million years together with the manager or something. That would have been crazy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're taking the train to get to our next mission, alright? We have to think about the unique nature of warp trains and prepare ourselves accordingly. Right? I know it's first class and all, but warp trains are just plain creepy. I know you'd also be worried about... For example, economy passengers are going to have a hard time getting into a first class car. They can even attempt to open it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the door separating the cars is ironclad. Ishmael, who'd been holding that first class promotional pamphlet in her hands for a while, was chattering on with fire in her eyes. We won't even have to lift a finger. We just have to board the train, get into our capsules, shut our eyes, and snooze through it the entire ride until all that mess in the other cars blows over. They used to give out commemorative merch back when their finances weren't in the gutter. And yeah, Ishmael's a psycho, but kind of makes it hotter. Oh, a true adventure is not without its hardships. Yet even the most exalted of heroes cannot venture without respite, and in very rare occasions, the hero may even deign to select a first-class seat to rest in place of a quaint inn. Indeed. Wait. Is indeed? Is that like the Limbus slang for like for real or something? I like how after her canto, Ishmael began to talk more. Oh, was she always talking a lot? I felt... Wait, I saw this chart of who had how many words by the end of Canto 6, so without the subchapters. And I think Ishmael was very high up there. And even people that had their Canto already, like Gregor and Rodian, were very low. I think the people that were the lowest were actually Honglu and Rioche. Which makes sense for Rioche because she's always talking in like brief cut-off sentences. But Honglu just apparently doesn't have a lot to add, and I'm sure Honglu's chapter will even Yisang's chapter will pale in comparison in length. That's what I'm expecting for Honglu. Not Mersault? Oh yeah, he was also very low. I forgot about him completely. Such an old character a lot of the time. The first class is not bulletproof. After all, Jae-hyun and Elena got in Ruina. Yeah, but I mean, they were part of the ensemble. They were like color grade strength, so that shouldn't happen a lot. Before she had exposition, after Canto 5 she had conversations. That's a nice way to put it, RT. Nice way to put it, actually. Greg has forgotten. He's just a grandpa in a wheelchair, with a bug arm and a cigarette. He's like every irregular grandpa then. Ishmael talks too much, but nothing of substance comes out. We need to fill him out with something else. Get it? Oh, fuck me. Like occupied with like maybe like a lollipop or something. It's like everyone was at least somewhat interested in the fabled first-class seats of warp trains. Sorry, I'm shifting my seat. I could sense that there was a growing consensus among the sinners that even a warp train trip might be acceptable if it meant that they could ride in the first-class seats. I will board the train if I must. Is first-class seating mandatory? I prefer the scenic route. Don't want to miss out on all the fun. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Virgilius pretended not to hear Rioche's question. Yeah, I mean, he must be very angry. Again, as mentioned this before. Very well. Then I assume that we are all in agreement. Let's go. I have a matter of great import to discuss with the... What is it? Out with it, lass. Beating around the bush ain't like you. Gonna beat around her bush. Don Quixote carefully began, almost whispering in a low voice. That is, in the first-class seats. I have heard tell that we must board with our feet freed from our boots. Doth that claim hold water? Wait, is she like afraid of her feet or something? Oh, come on now. What kind of nonsense gossip is this coming from this time? There's no gossip. Forsooth, I've overheard aught from those we've walked past here today, and when one of them inquired, you know that you gotta go barefoot in first class, right? The other responded with, of course, man, what am I, stupid? You just know that whoever designed the W Corp capsules, like, there was something wrong with her. Does the traveler speak true, Ishmael? Don't ask me, I've never been on one of these either. Okay, executive decision. All of the female sinners have to enter the capsules barefoot. Saying it right now, you have to. No matter whether you have to or not, you have to. Don't remember seeing anything like that on the pamphlet. Give me a sec. I mustn't be separated from Rocinante, not even for a twinkle. I shan't toss Rocinante to the side next to such vulgarities like the ugly shoes of Sir Heathcliff. Oi, you little... I implore thee, O illustrious red gaze, prithee, grant me thy permission and allow me to board with Rocinante. I couldn't care fucking less. I expected Virgilius to answer with his usual exasperated rebuff. Contrary to my expectations, however, he responded in a somewhat serious tone, if tainted by that familiar annoyance. Fine, keep your shoes on. He's very annoyed about that. He's very annoyed. Rocinante. How is it pronounced actually? Rocinante or something? I don't know. Like, am I Spanish or what? 6517. The Northern Fixer. Not a story. Enjoying these. Ah, sorry, I had to blow my nose. Rocinate? What the fuck is Rocinate? No. That's like... No, what the fuck? Isn't it Rocinante? With an S. Double C? I don't know, man. Fuck, I couldn't care less about Spanish, to be honest. Sorry for all of my Spanish. Do I even have Spanish views? Like, I need to... Oop. I had to allow Desperito. No, wait, it was Lightning Hand. Fucking hell. Whenever I see like an Automod blocked message, I think it's Desperito, but it was Lightning Hand. It's saying that I'm 99% Jap, and apparently Jap is like a... That's not a good term. This place is huge! It was my first impression of the warp train station. Oh, so this is... Don Quixote shouted vibrantly, immediately recovered from a previous apprehension of the sheer possibility that she might be separated from her. It isn't even double C. Rocinante. Shall I pronounce it with some Spanish gusto? Gusto is like an Italian word. What the fuck? I fucked up immediately, but I can sound a little bit like a... Like a little bit like a cabron. So each nest has one of these massive structures in them? I've got nothing. Oi, know anything about what they're asking? Heathcliff asked, gesturing towards Mersault with his chin. Every warp train station has been built with a general design philosophy that draws from their respective nest's architectural idiosyncrasies. It can also be said that many critics in relevant fields praised warp train stations as one of the many cultural cornerstones of the city. Oh, I kind of want to see every warp train station now. If they are like the amalgamation of the building style of the district itself, that's pretty cool. I've no idea when it happened, but Heathcliff started treating Mersault like a walking encyclopedia from time to time. That's a weird thing, yeah. Also, it is kind of nice that they thought of this, you know. A few hundred years ago, train stations were somewhat works of art. Like some of them at least, right? Not the modern ones that they're building now, but some of the very famous and popular train stations. I think like Moscow has a very beautiful one. I don't know. What is it? London that also has like a good looking. I'm not entirely sure. London Liverpool Street still looks very impressive. Yes. So I was thinking the right thing. But there are a few still in the world. Most likely one in America as well, right? Surely. Sadly in poorer condition. This part got me. It's a tiny detail, but makes sense for world building. Yeah, exactly. This is the stuff that I love. I love when they're dropping stuff like... Whoa, fuck me. That was my plate, sorry. They're dropping stuff like this, nonchalantly on the side. But they still went through the effort to draw a background CG for this. Obviously, they need to, but... It's just very nice, you know. That shows care for their world, in my opinion, and I love that. Mersault, young Mersault, young Mersault. Lo, is that passenger over yonder one from the west? Incorrect. Leather-based clothing and metal armor, predominant fashion trends often visible in the outfits of the Western population. While that individual's cloth-based style is something ubiquitously observed throughout the population of North and South, they are largely considered to be an Eastern fashion trend, rarely seen among Western. Pretty slow thyself, for I must make a record of thy lectures. What wisdom dost thou have to impart regarding the fashion of the northern region? I've once espied in a magazine that they are garbed in puffy, loose-fitting outfits. Understandably so, given the colder climate of the region. That's how I imagine Lightning Hand to dress. An opportunity for a first-hand observation stands before you. Oh! Oh, they did it. I can't fucking believe it. Who's translating the game now, actually? The Casual Watson quit. Like, who is doing it? 3 seconds of screaming do it. One of utter fascination, the other of unmitigated frustration. What the shit? You nearly blew out my eardrums. You're the one to talk. Dude, I've got an audible frequency range expansion implant in my eardrums. Holy shit, man. Now get the hell out of my way. You're blocking the walkway like a ragtag band of hicks who's never even seen a warp train before. Damn it, I take the train all the way here for an expedition, only to lose my target, and now these assholes are trying to blow out my eardrums. Great, just great, I love these. Guys, is it that obvious that we've never been on a warp train before? And a round-trip ticket fee came straight out of my damn pocket. Well, watch out, big fella. Someone might get seriously hurt if you keep swinging those 4 arms around, each holding a weapon to boot. Pretty. Wilt thou stand still for but a moment to satisfy a few inquiries of mine regarding their outfit? Oh, yes, stand in absolute stillness for 5 minutes and I... Seriously? Fixer, with a particularly impressive set of prosthetic arms, spent a few minutes venting several of his numerous grievances at us before storming off to a different platform. Oh, indeed. 'Tis grand, the city of sundry odd personalities. Pretty sure he was thinking the same thing. I guess there really are a lot of people in the city with full-body prosthetics. That's when Virgilius slowly walked up to her group. Well then, we'll rendezvous at the destination. Huh? Will the illustrious Red Gaze not ride alongside us? W Corp policy demands that fixers bestowed with a color title must board trains specially prepared for them instead. Oh. Is it because they're afraid of, like, the fix going, like, absolutely batshit insane or something? Oh. Are you, like, riding the first class plus or something? Maybe they get, like, a singular... like a singular warp train. Oh my god, imagine being all alone inside a warp train. That's a color fixer for you, I guess. Special treatment from the wings no matter where he goes. Karen wants to go back to Matthew. Matthew will be lonely. I've told you before, Karen. 3 separate times, actually. Each time I bought you one of those candies that people aren't allowed aboard the freight cars. Then, Miss Faust. Yes. Virgilius, after exchanging a knowing look and a nod with Faust, escorted a particularly peeved Karen away. Dante, let us proceed this way. We followed Faust's guidance to the entrance of our train car. Damn! Whoa! Hey, our colors are starting to come back. Oh! Oh! Hey, these must be the fabled complimentary food and drink of the first class seats. Heck yeah, of course. Quality stuff like these gotta be included with that insane pricing. They don't even get to enjoy it. They get to enjoy it before the train starts, right? So what's the point of this, really? The general response to this room was the surprise that arose upon rows of expensive-looking, sizable capsules. Flash freeze hibernation, huh? I guess it literally freezes our bodies in a flash. Do I even have a body? First, are these flash freeze hibernation devices safe? Please elaborate on your exact definition of safe. These things are supposed to freeze us solid, right? Can we really come back from something like that? Flash freeze hibernation device will put you in a temporary state of death caused by rapid cellular cryopreservation process. However, the rapidity of the process prevents damage to your cells during the phase change. Therefore, in most normal cases, this will not cause any issues. Faust is aware that this model has fully resolved cell membrane breaching issues caused by cryogenic density change or by ice crystal growths of hydrogen molecules. I missed about half of what you said, but your point is that it's safe, right? Yes, as far as Faust is aware, even if an issue were to arise during the journey, because everyone will be reverted to their states at the beginning of the train trip upon arrival, there won't be any lasting complications from the said problem. Why couldn't we have just killed everyone, taken their corpses with us, and then at the end of the trip, Dante could have revived them? Wouldn't that have saved us some money? Is that like a depraved way of thinking, or am I just economical? Got some real talent in dragging out something so simple as, yeah, it's safe. So many words. Seriously. Indeed, if Faust's talents are not limited to a singular field, yeah, I see 2 fields where Faust is very talented. Okay, but it still leaves a lot to be worried about. Just as I was wondering, however, I realized that there was something odd about the way she phrased that answer. As far as Faust is aware, are you saying that it could be wrong? As a general rule, Faust does not err. However, Faust is also not a divine being. That's what you say. There is certain information in the world that Faust is yet to have access to. Therefore, while Faust may speak the facts, what is said may not always align with the truth. Okay. So Faust is speaking alternative truths that have yet to come true? Faust knows. Faust knows about Flat Earth. They don't call first class for nothing, I guess. Peacock's way up there in the northernmost corner of the city, but this thing will take us there in the blink of an eye, huh? It's one hell of a time saver. Ooh-ha! 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 Prepare thyself. Ginante. Thus begins the long jaunt. Oh, I've been meaning to ask, Don Quixote. Do you ever, wash those shoes? The question you should be asking if she takes them off. Like washing the shoes while she's still wearing them. Is there even anything of her feet left? Where'd that come from, Rodia? No, I mean, like, think back to when we were inside that whale. When that whale blew up, we got all kinds of its gross, slimy bits on us. They were on our clothes, our shoes, everything. Slimy bits on feet. Yeah. Ishmael with the short yeah. And do you remember how much we had to scrub to get that bloody fishy fleshy gunk out of our clothes? Really is something I want to revisit, but yeah. Right? And do you also remember how Don Quixote never took his shoes off once during that whole ordeal? Okay, I guess they do look a bit filthy. I ask thee, dear compatriots, hast thou ever witnessed an errant knight who leaves the side of the beloved steed? Yes, actually, there's stables for that. Can't say I've ever witnessed a knight before, though. Then thou shalt know, starting now, behold it, hearken to it, and remember it well. They don't spare us even a moment of quiet, do they? What? Have you been on one of these Otis? I've been treated to premium VIP seats of similar grandiosity back when. This is nothing to fuss over. Otis was sitting there and, shaking her legs, suddenly asked Faust a question. Hey, you're confident that no accidents ever occurred on one of these first-class cars, yes? In order to prevent cases of unnecessary anxiety and misgivings among the sinners, the history of accidents that has occurred aboard warp trains will not be shared. Which is basically saying, yes, something has occurred here, but I'm not allowed to tell you. Wait, what the? Beep. Oh, I think we're leaving soon. This is for... Wait a second. This is for warp train PW612 bound for pickup. Boarding period is ending soon. Wait, it's a train announcer. Half of that should have been just, like, straight up, like, unillegible. The sinners who were either leisurely enjoying the complimentary snacks or taking a look around the first-class cars suddenly became a lot busier. Then, let us hurry and enter our capsules before it is too late. Can we enter one together? Oh no, why isn't this? The other sinners made it into their capsules, no problem, but I felt like I was the only one who's fumbling. Fucking imagine fumbling before the departure of a warp train, not making it to your capsule in time. Jesus. Is it anxiety, Dante? Is she saying this with a fucking smirk? Are you kidding me, Faust? I think so. Initiating warp train in 10 minutes. Why is it so hard to hear a train station announcement in any language? I think it's the loudspeakers. Or it's maybe the people they employ. Maybe they're having fun doing it like that. Allow me to assist you. Stand as though you're leaning back, and Faust expertly guided me into the capsule as though she'd done something like this before. Oh my god. What is this offhand remark? As though she'd done something like this before? Are you telling me she's not a virgin? What the fuck? then press the button inside the capsule that closed the hatch. Giving me a knowing look like. Eh. I've handled plenty of men before or something. What? Wow! Who's that? Is that Don or is that... It looks like he sung. That looks like Faust Honglu. This is Rioche. Okay, so this is Don. Wouldn't her not being a virgin would be better for you, Dante? What? She shows you some shit. No! Oh my god, Ice.T, what is that fucking logic? It's like saying, oh, like, she fucked a million guys, but in the end she chose you. No! No, especially not with the way Dante is. No, because Dante has no remarkable, like, qualities of his own. She needs to be together with him. Because of, like, some... Just because, okay? Because she would never choose him otherwise. Like, if she ever tasted the forbidden fruit, how will she, like... How would she want the rotten apple that is Dante? Do not worry too much. No, Faust, what you just said will make me worry all right long. We will meet again in but a moment, Dante. Ah, I thought I heard a brief sigh, but the head shut tightly before I could ask her anything. What did you mean by this? No!
Initiating warp. Please confirm that your seatbelts are firmly fastened.
The last thing I saw before my capsule began to fill with gas was... What do you mean began to fill with gas? Who farted in here? Was Faust climbing into her own capsule opposite of mine? Are we gonna... Like, is this gonna be like the beginning of Fallout 4 or something? Are they gonna steal my baby? I had no idea then. What she really meant by, we will meet again as stars. Oh, I mean, we will meet again in a moment. At the moment. Did she know that they were gonna wake up or something? Dante, you must wake up. Dante. But one thing I knew for sure was an inconceivable situation has occurred. That something had seriously gone wrong, so she didn't know before. Okay. What did she mean by that? Fuck, why was she so adept at handling my body? Oh. 6518, disappearing passengers. Yet more story. Fuck, is this entire Avengers story? That would be amazing. Just give me one battle at the end. Oh my god, that would be so good for an event. Just story and one singular battle. And then you can grind a battle if you want to. We're here already? Well, I guess that wasn't an exaggeration at all. It all really happened in the blink of an eye. As always, Faust was giving me her usual look, which was a complete lack of any emotive expression, which makes it so hard. Which I suppose is why it didn't immediately register that something had gone awry. No, we are not yet at our destination. Huh? When I finally came to, and after I had some time to digest that odd reply, I looked up at her face once again. I mean, looked up. I'm bigger than her. And realized that the expression was more antsy than usual by microscopically minuscule degree. So, this train is still running? Yes. Then, where are we? I believe we are currently stranded in an unidentified dimension. Coordinates unknown. I took a reflexive deep breath from the sheer horror of the numerous implications stuffed into that dryly delivered sentence. When that passed, the first thing that struck my mind was that we were about to suffer the very thing that we were so worried about. Do you think heads will roll in Limbus company, whoever decided that we were gonna take the warp train for like almost fucking up the operations or something? Do you think that anyone will be held responsible, or is this like real life where people just act as if they take responsibility but nothing ever happens? Does Faust know how Babby is formed? I can show her. I see. But I soon found myself calming down. Yeah, this had to be a part of Faust's plan. She probably saw this coming from a mile away. I'm sure she's about to proudly tell me every little detail of a plan that will help us out of this situation. But this is all just a part of the plan, right, Faust? Oh, do you think, like, she's a believer or something? Does she believe in a plan? Capital A? Faust, do you? There was an unusually long silence from Faust. You are half correct, yet half incorrect. With that, Faust left me to flounder in that chaotic stream of vaguely terrifying information as she began stopping by each capsule to wake the sinners. Oh, are we here already? Man, it really happened in the blink of an... No. Okay, that was fucking funny, just giving him a no. Well, what's this? We all ready for real? Really happened in the blink of an... No. Well, we all ready? I guess I really was worrying over no... No. Oh, no. Yet I have not uttered a single word. There was a brief cheer, a little hurrah about regaining our colors, followed by a flat-toned explanation of our current predicament, which was then followed by a long, loaded silence, which was a sequence of events I had the pleasure of watching play out on about 10 consecutive occasions. Dante, I understand your confusion, however. Perhaps an elaboration even of our present circumstances necessary. And that brings us to the present. Oh man, I didn't even know I missed her vibrant hair. It looks so good. Like, they chose the perfect color for her hair. Let me get this right. This train's still running. We're drifting through some unknown dimension. Oh, what about that strike of me is quite dramatic. Most importantly, are you saying that you already knew that this would happen, Faust? Yes. Huh. What the hell is wrong with you? Huh? The sinners each begin to voice their anger. Of course, this wasn't the first time Faust and Virgilius intentionally and knowingly omitted certain details about events in our path. What? Are you insane? It's not like we can just retreat or jump out the door when stuff hits the fan. Were they afraid of using the term shit or something? Opening the door will result in nearly immediate destruction of the physical body. Well, at least that would be a quick way to end it, right? Well, if they can even end it that way. But hey, at least you know what to do like you always do. You've got a plan, right? Right? Faust, whom had rarely ever seen it at a loss for words, was unusually slow to respond. What's up with her? Lass looks totally out of it today. Oh, you know what's happening? She's cut off from the other Fausts. She's cut off. Because we're in a completely different dimension or something. She's cut off from the network. She gives me a sideways glance. There must be something she can't discuss in front of the sinners. Or maybe she's not, who knows? Guys, let's pause for a bit. She said that something inconceivables happened. Well, maybe that is the inconceivable thing that happened, that she's cut off from the other Fausts. The other sinner's anger was completely understandable. It also makes sense that this continued lack of communication was harming our trust in Faust. No, I'm always gonna trust her. Alright, we're going to go over the situation from the start, okay? But just letting things play out might really turn everyone against Faust, and for good. Besides, I doubt Faust woke us up in the middle of the trip just to spite us. Oh yeah, we could have just let them in the pods, right? I mean, she woke them up willingly. It's not like they all had a malfunction at once. First things first, I gotta get the sinners to calm down. Then I'll ask Faust to tell us what happened. If there's a problem, we'll figure it out and deal with it as we move along. Tell us what's going on, Faust. All of it, and in a way that we can all understand. Let's hear out first. Is that okay with you guys? If you say so, I'll go along with it. Fine. I suppose losing my rag rarely ever did anything. Thank you. Then... After some time. The gist of Faust's explanation was as follows. The cause of this issue, as always, involved a certain contract and a unilateral decision from the higher-ups of Limbus Company. Okay, so we are the fall guys once more. W Corp caught wind of Limbus Company's recent distortion contract management promotions and decided to contract us to deal with a mysterious, repeated series of incidents suspected to have been caused by a distortion. After multiple failed attempts to resolve it on their own, of course. The distortions themselves likely did not pose a problem for W Corp. Based on the available information, it can be determined that they would have all been neutralized as soon as the train arrived, and any transformed passengers would have been reverted to their human forms. But, that's a big but coming from Faust, the real issue was that the passengers were disappearing. Passengers spirited away? Alas, such is an impossibility aboard these trains, is it not? That is the question for which we must discover the precise cause and effect of. Did W Corp share anything to get us started? That appears to be the most prominent cause of this misunderstanding. She explained that W Corp refused to share anything about the trades. Because they were concerned about maintaining the secrets of the singularity. Couldn't we have just told them that we already know? Maybe that's exactly why they sought out an upstart business like Limbus Company to deal with this. Now that I think about it. That's like getting a second-grade company to do the work you want to be done. Just to save money or face or something, but then you get like a poor job. What is the reasoning behind this? I don't quite understand it. Wouldn't you rather go to the very best like, if you're that concerned about stuff leaking or the very delicate nature of your singularity and what you're doing for money, wouldn't you go to the very best company and like work out a bulletproof contract, because contracts are holy in this universe, so they couldn't fuck you over afterwards? Why would they use us? Don't quite understand. If we have an LCD department, why does the short bus always end up getting the distortion side jobs? Well, that's a good question, right? Good question. We wouldn't even know where to start if we didn't have access to the information that the identity cards had to offer. Faust produced what appeared to be a keycard with W Corp logo on it before continuing with her explanations. Well, if they're actually called identity cards, can someone please do a mock-up of like Dante in like Yu-Gi-Oh style with his what's it even called? Like the arm thing they use as their deck, as their card holder, their deck card holder thingy, where they put their cards in battle in Yu-Gi-Oh. Does this thing have a name? I want a picture of Dante with this and slotting in some identity cards or something. Please, someone get on that. Dual discs? Are they called dual discs? I don't know. Oh well, if two people say it's dual discs, then I guess it is a dual disc. However, we were given this master keycard that can open and close the hibernation capsules at will. We may return to our respective capsules as soon as the contract is fulfilled and safely complete the rest of the journey as we had planned from the beginning. I guess we've just about infinite time then. These bloody wings, every single one of them's been absolutely balmy. I think it's a bit unkind of them to ask us to finish the puzzle without all the important pieces. At least at T-Corp, the chief executive director tagged along as our assistant, not to mention kindly explaining so many new things to us. Yeah, that actually made him very, like, sympathetic, didn't it? It sounds like Miss Faust was stuck between a rock and a hard place herself. Stop saying stuff like that, please! I don't want to imagine Faust being sandwiched between the rock and the hard place. Slimcinus grew more receptive after explanations, albeit with a sigh. I would have appreciated it if you at least gave us a hint. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but it's not like there's someone out there monitoring your every move and every word, right? That is... But not everyone was willing to let this go without saying their piece. Next time, I will take your inputs into account. That's everything I can do for her. It's an undeniable truth that Faust has disappointed the sinners with what she's done. But she's Faust, after all. Sure, she has backup plans to get us out of this situation. But what's next on our agenda? Yeah, what's done is done, right? Besides, it's not like we gotta rot away for thousands of years inside this metal box. That is something I must first discuss with Dante. Discuss? But discussing things with other people is very unlike Faust. What are we discussing, Faust? We must converse in a lower volume, Dante. Why are we whispering? Secretive attitude only exacerbated my already battered sense of safety. My connection to Gesellschaft, Faust, has been severed. Gesellschaft literally meaning... I guess it would, in the literal sense, it would mean society, rather than community. It could mean both. I think they meant community, but in a more literal sense, it would be society. Faust became retarded, it's over. That only makes her better! She no longer lives in a society, and she lives in a society. Oh, the duality of man. She is the society. I'm gonna make a society inside of her, just to finish the shitposting. I'm sorry, what? I cannot access Faust's knowledge at the moment. I guess I really was right to be anxious. End of stage. Oh, fucking hell. We're not gonna get through this event today. Oh, fighting! Inaccessible! Notice to clean up agents. Please collect and store single passages parts in this pack. No matter how difficult it may appear to collect their parts, do note that there's a single strand of vein connecting the passengers' parts together. Imagine you're spinning a yarn ball into shape and patiently collect them one by one. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, they all get a bonus for this too. Why does he get 40%, motherfucker? We don't have to bring him along. Wait a second, 12 participants? Oh, shit. Well, looks like we're bringing some bullshit back up then. wait a second, I should do it like that, like the good ones first. And then the ones that are level 14 and level 1. Oh shit, I forgot about him. Yeah, okay, let's do it like that then. Let's bring a main team and backup stage, yeah. Gets 40% because of the Dimension Shredder. Wait a second, can I... Here we go! You're right, do I have any other Dimension Shredders? Who also has a Dimension Shredder ego? Yisang, right? Yisang has, but I don't think I own it. I'll go strictly gluttony for his ego. Anyone else? Yisang? He almost forgot to cook the ego. Yeah, but I remembered it because of the bonus. Even says new. Even says new here. Alright, we're done. Chain to battle. Let's do this. Like 1 or 2 more stages, okay, everyone? I have to get up at like 5 AM tomorrow. What do you mean? You can't? I mean it in the most literal sense. My access to Faust's input and information, which has always been readily available, is completely severed. Oh, what if everything about the situation is something you don't have access to yet, like you said last time? One cannot completely dismiss that possibility, but even that is uncertain. Every answer Faust has given me was always full of confidence and methodical expertise. I don't think she's ever said a sentence that was this full of speculation and doubt. Then, Faust, you are... Yes, at this moment I am limited to operating only with my knowledge. We finally get her to ourselves. We don't have to share with the other Fausts anymore. I cannot discern the cause of this disconnection. More than enough precautions have likely been taken in case of interdimensional travel, but perhaps Faust did not take into account an occasion in which we may have to access an unidentified dimension such as this, or even if it was taken into account, this particular dimension may not yet have been subject to cross-observation. If that is not the case, then no, never mind. There was nothing that said, wait, she just said I cannot discern. I am limited. I mean it in the most literal sense. She's finally talking about herself. That's a very interesting thing to happen. There was nothing that suggested that my connection to Faust would be lost, not even as we boarded the train. To be honest, this is a rather disagreeable situation for me. Oh, you know what? I wish we had fucking... I know, I ride this fucking horse every single time. But I wish we had voice acting for this. I'm sure they could have directed the voice actor to give her like a slightly nuanced tone. Just to show that she's finally herself or something without constant access to the network. Finally talking about herself and with her own words, her own belief. Rather than Faust this, Faust that, Faust hits, Faust hats. Fuck, this would have been amazing. It has happened on occasion previously. Very rarely, very, very rarely, like twice or something, I remember pointing it out. Because every time she's on screen, I am like tightly watching her lips, how they move, and what words they say. A rather disagreeable situation for me. We all agree this intervallo needed to be voiced, but for other reasons. Oh, because of the Don did earlier? Alright, for now. Now that changes everything. I recall the last thing I saw before the hatch on the capsule closed, when Faust told me not to worry too much. Okay, this is just a minor setback. Nothing we can't beat, right? We got this! I began to mutter like I was trying to convince myself. As a manager, my job is to calm everyone down and set their sights on the future, just as Faust did for me immediately before the hatch closed. If you're right about why you were disconnected, that problem will solve itself once we're off the train. And if we do ever run out of options, I'll just turn the clock and see what happens. Don't stress yourself too much. We still have a lot to work with. Your knowledge, my clock, the sinners, and... I could feel my confidence taking a hit with every word that came out of my metaphorical mouth, but that seemed to be enough for Faust. She nodded. Understood. And to the sinners, the fact that we are currently confined to a warp train in operation must be a source of enough stress. I believe that sharing Faust's current state with them would add an unnecessary source of tension. What, so we're wrecking the store and... So wrecking the store ain't gonna do anything? We're all going to bite it once it opens? How many times do I have to tell you that you're not even strong enough to break this door down? 1 billion years in this box. Sinclair's afraid of the women. Yeah, good idea. So, what now? Do you have to take a searching sweep around each car or something? In the grand scheme of things, yes. Faust cleared the air with a cough before continuing. By A-Corp standards timescale, approximately 3 days have passed since our departure. As per the contract between Limbus Company and W-Corp, I acquired a master keycard placed inside my capsule and adjusted the hatch settings to open automatically in 3 days. So, at this point in time, realization must have set in for the regular passengers that they're trapped and something must have gone wrong. Obviously, no one knows what has gone wrong. They think that they are lost as well. They don't know that this is supposed to happen, but they're not quite as crazy as they could be yet. Except for if someone is like, well, it really depends on the state at which they boarded, right? Again, if someone boarded in a very hungover state, or like, I mentioned this in Ruina, and I'm gonna mention it again. What if you enter the train while having to pee? Could you just pee continuously? Like, that would be the worst fate, right? Peeing feels pretty nice, but I guess if you're not really emptying your bladder at the same time because you're stuck in some constant state of, like, whatever the fuck your body feels, you won't get the feeling of relief. Happened again, filling the wagon with pee. It's gonna keep happening as long as this concept exists. I'm gonna think about the pee. 3 days, huh? I feel like it just blinked, and I guess that's hibernation for you. As you were all informed prior to boarding, there's no way for the economy class passengers to enter the first class car. That is why this place has remained untouched. However, cross-referencing my own deductions and W-Corp's rather fragmentary explanations, I can assume that the situation is currently under progress in the economy class cars. The part where they thrash the shite out of one another, tearing their limbs off, all that mess? No, I doubt that. Don't think it gets that bad in just 3 days. Besides, that's supposed to be business as usual for W-Corp, right? There must be something else that's out of the ordinary that they want us to deal with. Precisely. In my opinion, it's... Oh, hold that thought for but a moment. Just as Faust is about to continue, Don Quixote raised her index finger to her lips and signaled her to be quiet. Dost thou hear all this I do? Scratching? Nay, rapping! Yo! I can't rap. Sorry, I can't rap. Something mum spaghetti. I don't know, I know. Forsooth, past this gate must be... As Don Quixote kept listening with her ear to the door... Is she listening to like some 50 Cent or something? An odd expression of half curiosity and half horror appeared on her face. It is possible that there must be... Lady Faust? After that very distressful noise, everyone simultaneously turned their heads to look at Faust, who closed her eyes briefly and thought, Please step aside for a moment, Don Quixote. It'd be best if I observed it with my own eyes. With that, she produced the master keycard from her pocket and approached the panel installed next to the door. Oh, hang on a minute. We're going to open the door? Didn't he want to do this himself? There'd just be a molecule thin strand of pee still attached to you. Probably couldn't feel it. Probably. But how does it work? How come Olga was like constantly hungover? Wouldn't the alcohol molecules in her blood have dispersed as well or something? Well, I guess she left the train before it could have gotten to that or something, I don't know. If they just do meat creatures again, I will be disappointed. I want something fucked up. I want Faust naked on my table right now. We don't all get what we want, Blue. I intend to follow your usual flavor of suggestion, Heathcliff. But there are times in which a physical altercation is preferable to detached ruminations. Huh? A suggestion? Oh well, ain't going to disagree with you there, but what's gotten into you, lass? After all, how could I deduce anything without seeing it myself? Bleep! After a brief mechanical beep. Yeah! Hideous creatures suddenly crashed through the open door and charged wildly in our direction. It's gnomes. It's gnomes again or something, right? Hideous creatures. Gnomes. Always has to be. Fucking dwarves too. Elves. Fucking knife ears. Like trolls. No. They're craving blood-back passengers. Oh, they did it, boys! They did exactly what I wanted them to! Oh, I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. Something I specifically asked for. Having the raw fucking numbers for staggers. And HP on the screen like that. No leaf lovers in my Project Moon setting, that's right. Okay, good job, Riosh. Fucking amazing. Stagger values are the best part of the update. Tremor stocks are going up. Okay, something about coagulated blood. Gain offense level and defense level equal to the value. They're smoking! They're smoking, everyone! I don't know what it means, but it doesn't matter because we now have sanity and are gonna beat their asses regardless. They can smoke all they want. I'm gonna smoke their butts. I'm gonna light their hair on fire and inhale through the asshole. That's what's gonna happen. Give us smoke IDs, they would be so busted. Oh my god, yes, that's a thing that they haven't even explored yet. Oh, smoke IDs, yes. But that would be yet another fucking gimmick they would have to play around with, right? Smoke. I'm not sure that's like that's supplying. Cheap viewers on 24 UK. Something. Thank you, bot. Thank you, bot. That's actually a bot name again. That does calm my mind because having the bot last time with like the human sounding name was a little bit scary. Do you not have Uptake 4 Mersault? He's pretty ass without Uptake 4. I don't think so. Happy to see the bots are back. Nature is healing. And so is society, even without the Faust network. Lady Faust, however similar in appearance they may have been to the passengers, verily, this is though they were in complete want of sense. People politified by the whale. Don Quixote hesitated until the last second to raise a weapon against them. She hung her head mournfully. Normally, Faust would have told her more information about those monsters before the fight began. And she would not have been burdened by the sheer thought of bringing harm to the innocent. Faust began searching the area, closely observing various bodies and the general area for information. You appear particularly inquisitive today, Miss Faust. Huh, yeah. Aren't you usually the one who has all the answers while we're racking our brains trying to come up with something? The sinners were starting to feel that there's something off about Faust's behavior. You might even soon realize that there's something wrong with Faust. Don Quixote. They are not dead. Huh? Observe closer. The parts are all tethered to one another by something, are they not? Oh! It appears that the flow of time has ceased in the space. Therefore, it follows that the connections that tether bodies to life and away from death remain intact. So if you use the piece that tethers two body pieces together, like if you use this, like let's call it a string that tethers like the head and the neck together. If you use that to like, what's it called? As dental floss or something, would that be a good thing? Like it should be incredibly thin. It should get between all of the tight spaces in your mouth. It should never break. Like imagine dental floss that never breaks. I think we're onto something here, boys. We can capitalize on that. We just need to bring them outside and keep them in this state somehow. To my relief, Faust managed to correctly figure out what's going on like her usual self, even if it took her slightly longer than it usually does. It would be blood, Lambda. And that's a bad thing? P-string theory? Oh shit, we can use the P-string too! You're right about that, Emil. We can make our own unbreakable dental floss. With P! I'm sure there's a market for that. Hey, what did I say? We got this! Huh? What was that about? Oh, nothing. But I'd forgotten that not all sinners were content with nodding along to whatever information Faust told us. The flow of time is ceased aboard the warp train, is it? Yi-san grew pensive. Seeing that, Faust's lips parted for a moment, before closing shut. I was starting to get a good read of her expressions. There was an unmistakable look of regret, however short-lived. Albeit, would it not be more accurate to muse that the flow of time has decelerated to the point where, to an extra-dimensional observer, it has slowed to a stop? What is your perspective regarding the suggestion? Yes, that is a most rational suggestion, Yi-san. Did Miss Faust just get something wrong? Faust got schooled. She got fucking dabbed on. She got fucking mocked by Yi-san. He just clowned all over her. Am I fitting in yet, Summers of the Lambda Delta community? Wow, Yi-san sure is a time expert, right? Can you summarize it in easier language now that we're talking about it anyway? Gladly, if you would allow me. Yi-san began to elaborate with gentle enthusiasm. It was close. To speak in brevity, it can be said that death is not an element aboard this train. And can you maybe speak in a little less brevity? To elaborate. Oh, verily, this one's heart beats still. Ooh, yeah, I'm sure you can use it for other, like, wait. A beating heart, you can shove it up someone's ass for like infinite pleasure or something? Don Quixote lowers her head and listens closely to what appeared to be a dismembered torso, and shouts with relief. The state is akin to an unassembled jigsaw puzzle, merely immobilized and separated. Though the corpus has been sundered, the concept of death is at a state of, for all intents and purposes, eternal delay aboard this train, existence in continuance of moratorium. Forced they are to be tethered upon the thinnest yet tenacious thread of life. I ill understood what have been said here, yet they are not that all the same, If the severed parts are all connected, then it can be said that, no matter how entangled their bodies become, it is not impossible to eventually gather their parts together to form a single passenger. Thus, naturally, we can determine how and why the profession W Corp Cleanup Agent has come to be. I see, because someone will have to categorize and reconstruct these puzzles once the journey is over. So they're like the puzzle jennies. It's really baffling to me that a job like that even exists. Ever seen a wing that wasn't baffling in every sense of that word? Well, L-Corp was pretty tame. Still, I guess that means that as long as the train arrives at the station, they'll all be put back together like nothing ever happened. From what I learned through the W Corp identities, the main job was to gather chunks of flesh together to bring them back to their original shapes before they boarded the trains. It's a lot more visceral when I have to look at it in person. Ooh, that is quite auspicious news among ill tidings indeed. It soon clicked in me what Faust was, though, with some awkward effort trying to do as I watched Don Quixote sigh with relief. Maybe Faust was trying to cheer Don Quixote up in her own weird, fucked up way. The other Faust would not find it even necessary to do something like that. So do we like this Faust more, or the calm and collected, just analytical one? Dante? Huh? What's up? Oh, time to whisper, right? Indeed, I intend to collect further intelligence. Well, if there's anything I can tell you, I can give you a semen sample. Faust cast a dark gaze towards the chunk of flesh. The gaze remained fixed upon him as she whispered. Are they distortions or abnormalities? Oh yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that. They weren't humans, that's for sure. From them I felt the same sensation I felt from monsters. Something inexplicable, an unclear sensation or an aura. Felt this somewhere before, I'm sure of it, but I couldn't quite pinpoint the source of this sensation. One thing I do know for sure is that this sensation was not the same feeling I got from abnormalities, distortions, or even the peccatula. If I had to lean one way or the other, I'd say they're closer to distortions. Sorry, I don't think they're either of those. Is it difficult to be certain at the moment? Again, I'm not sure how I can explain this, but they're very, very similar to distortions, but also different. If you had to ask, then I'm gonna guess Faust doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know, boys. Faust may know, but I at this moment have no way of knowing. I feel like I should apologize for that. There's no need, Dante. Though the information you have provided me is rather ambiguous, it has helped me deduce something of worth. And... oh, that sound effect. Collecting intelligence myself and creating deductions based on sparse information is quite... She paused, holding a bloody slimy chunk of flesh in her hands. But she doesn't want to touch my dick when I don't wash it? What is wrong with you, Faust? She just smiled to herself with gore in her hands. Oh, finally the awakening has begun. Yeah, it has. I think people are finally waking up, actually. L-Corp, making eldritch horrors from humans and urine juice to extract green liquid that can be used as energy or drug. Not baffling for you? No. No. L-Corp is like... L-Corp is pretty normal, you know. 6520, multi-crack office. Okay, it's most likely the last one we do today. Wait a second. Why is it called 6516? Is it because you need to do the other event first and that ends at 15? Why did it start at 60? I guess, yeah, it's 65 is like both of these events. So with that, oh my god, we're 1/3 in if we do this. Jesus Christ. God, I'm dying now. Can we take a look at the event opening stream, please? In a second. Remind me after the stage again, please, Arcane. Send like a highlighted message too. After a round of intelligence gathering from Faust, we open the door to the next cabin. Oh god, fuck me. Give me a second. Oh, okay. Only to be greeted by a loud commotion. Sounds like there are other survivors. Ah, passengers in danger. Worry not, for I have arrived to... Oh! God, I couldn't do it. Oh my god. Whoa, whoa, don't come any closer. Who the hell are you guys? A 4-armed woman suddenly jumped in our path. Oh, 3 vaginas. She appeared without warning. Faust stumbled a little, inadvertently slapped by the figure's swinging arms as she pushed us away. Don't you dare slap her. I'm the only one that is allowed to do that. Alright, let's see where she stands on the Project Moon Lambda Moomin scale. Grey hair? Check. Red eyes? Check. Short hair? Check. Possibly a deformed body underneath that armor that would make it even hotter? Check. Incredibly strong and could crush my hips if she so wanted? Check. Oh, ticking most of the boxes, boys! She's ticking most of the boxes. Oh, I wish I wasn't dying right now. Right, like you gave me any warning before you practically kicked that door open. Would you mind moving that huge sword over our faces? It's a bit threatening. Threatening? Just trying to protect those civilians in this car. Oh, give me another second, real quick. This event is the Library of Ruina experience. Infinite reading stream. Jesus. Okay, not good for my throat right now, but I do love it. Oh, so is that a bioprosthetic? Must be an old timer, huh? Thought those things went out of style forever ago. Oh, you want to see what this old timer's got left in him? Ow, that tickled his anus, didn't it? Jesus. Ah, thou art from the north, verily. Thy garb is that of northerners, no? It really ain't the time, lass. Anyways, it looks like we're in the same mess here. Make way for us, yeah? shouldn't she deduce by us coming out of this compartment that we're from the first class seats or something? She seemed to be sizing us up for a moment. Nah, how do I trust you? Got any proof that you ain't bitten? Not gonna let all my effort protecting this place go to waste. What do you mean bitten? Like vampire bitten or something? Or like bitten as in rabies? Or like bitten as in... gonna bite your neck because I love you so much or something. Bitten? Bloody hell are you talking about? Weird, you look completely lost. If you were in one of the economy cars, I'm sure you've seen... Hold on, here we go, she's now deducing. You're from the first class car? Yeah, we just woke up from our capsules. Huh, none of you look very... I mean, aren't first class seats supposed to be... Well, why didn't you say so from the get-go? Name's Sasha. Oh, that's a good name too. Fuck, I love Sasha as like a female name. In Germany, it's like pretty much strictly a male name, but I know that in like Russia and stuff, Sasha it's like a female name, and I love it. It's such a beautiful name. It's short. It has a certain je ne sais quoi, you know. It is. Yeah, it's used as a male name, Sasha, in Germany. I don't know why. Are there any other countries that do that, or is it just Germany? That would be kind of weird, to be honest. Like I thought it was only in Russia that it's used as a female name, actually. Sasha comes from Alexander. What? What are you talking about? Like, are you having what? Taking a piss, aren't you? I mean, it's welcome, but remember the P thread. Alexander is abbreviated to Sasha in Russian. What? It has the SH in it, which links it to Spanish in my mind, which is nice to hear. SH for me is like an English thing, actually. Sasha is short for Alexandra. Oh my god! How the fuck could you just delete a name out of my favorability list, like in that short time span? I now hate this fucking name! I can't believe it! What the actual fuck? I now hate Sasha! I'm about to rip apart my fucking shirt with anger. Name Sasha, multi-crack office rep, an absolute fucking bitch. With that, she lowered her weapons and all allowed us to pass. It's kind of funny how the only thing you guys know about me, like for sure, is the name of my ex-girlfriend. Have you not left this car for the duration of the ride, Sasha? Huh? Oh no, I haven't. We warped over to T-Corp after picking up one of their contracts, but geez, can you believe that this train broke down? Shit, is it even broken? I'm not feeling hungry or sleepy at all. It stinks of some shady bullshit if you ask me. The only Sasha I ever knew was a human resource manager, Babushka. I love how you say babushka. Babushka is a nice word too. Fuck, I love the Russian language, I think. Like there are some loan words or whatever it's called. That are just very nice. They really roll off the tongue. You can feel all that even in a prosthetic body? Man, how could I live without my favorite hobby? Drifting into a sweet nap after a pleasant meal. So I made sure to get high quality parts for him so I can still feel hungry and sleepy. I have an in-law question for like prosthetic bodies. Do you think they transplant wombs as well? Like, are you just completely sterilized in a prosthetic body, or do they have a solution for that as well? What is the child policy in the city to begin with? Like, is everyone allowed to have a child, or is there like a one-child policy, or are you like... It's funny how the one thing they don't mention at all in this must be because of like the Korean origins, is like anything sex related. Or anything remotely lewd. It's like, it's never mentioned at all. Like, you would 100%, I'm sorry if this is triggering for anyone, 100% the first thing that would be happening in these trains would not be murder and killing sprees, but lots of raping. Lots and lots of raping. Like 100% sure. As soon as they realize that they can do whatever they want without consequence because they're all doomed to begin with, before they kill anyone, before they even try to kill anyone, they would be doing the other depraved shit first. Like, that's how it goes. Like, if a mind cracks, usually that's, like, it goes to animal instincts. And this is the first animal instinct they have. I hope we get into that eventually. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that sexual themes are not planned. Like, the trigger list for this thing, when they announced this, and they had to apply for a rating, and even in the trailer, they had, like, contains themes of the following, and then they had, like, 20 buzzwords of like, things that could be happening and stuff. Smoking and drugs and, like, gore and whatnot. But any sexual related things were not on that list. I'm not sure they're gonna do that. This was what it took to distort Lambda. Yeah, I distort every single sub-chapter though. How does it keep happening? Who brings me back every time? Thank you, comment, stupid bitch. You've no idea how bad it is with shortenings for Russian names. At the university where I am, it's a bane for everyone non-Russian, since no one understands why all of the sudden Russian colleagues refer to each other differently. Just think of nicknames. Russian is a humorous language for no reason. Something about the way they sound. Does she have a Russian name because she's from the north? I think so, yes. They mentioned how the north is cold. So I guess... Where's NCorp located? Is it like pretty much smack dab in the middle or something? Because Germany's like in the middle of Europe or something? It's a very Eurocentric game they created, due to the literature as well. Then again, it has a lot of themes of like Asian literature too. I hope we get into that eventually. Oh, you meant how kids in the city grow up? Well, fucked up, one would assume, except for if you're in a nest. Well, we do know that Roland's like Roland's plan was to have a child, and Angelica was pregnant. And it was never mentioned that he had to like apply for a pregnancy deed or something. They are not as retarded as you. That's not really a high bar, is it? Given the setting, the womb space would be good for more orcs, and you would pull the 40k Mechanicus with just that grow our babies. I'm not sure I would like that. Limbus is more about hating capitalism instead of sex stuff, and some of the fan base is hornier than anything in the game. I think it's literally because the fans don't get anything horny at all. They don't even get scraps. That's why they keep that's like No Nut November, but like tenfold or something. That's like absolute celibacy. If they don't get anything to go by, they're gonna create their own smut, you know? I think the Nikki fan base is actually one of the least horniest. Because they're like constantly mellow. You bet your ass did something else of note go down. How distracting. Hard for you to speak without being so hyper? Wait, has she ever talked with Dawn? God damn it, Russia's very hot in summer. It is North Pole year-round. European part isn't even that cold. What is hot for you, Amiel? Like, hot in summer? What does this mean? Like 20 degrees or something? 30? Because we have like 35 or something. That's when it's hot. I agree, the warp train would turn into fear and hunger. Most likely, yes. I'm the famous small Twitch helper. Came to spread vibes and fun facts. Not a bot. I will pass the vibe check. Well, we're to decide that, because there are no mods here. Only I, and my word is law. So you better fucking spread a fun fact right now, followed by a vibe. And then we'll decide. No nut, you will enjoy the story. Fans will become horny for moon. Yeah. 35 degrees was this summer. Okay. Okay, Amiel. Okay, it is hot in Russia. You have hot girls, you have hot summers. Can I get any more jealous? No. Okay? Can't do that, friend. I broke all my prosthetic arms in a fight, so I'm calibrating a new set. Gotta keep swinging them if I want them to sync up with the other parts anytime soon. Does this even work? Can they even get, like... Can they get used to the body or something? Like, how does machinery work in this setting? Anywho, I don't know what the hell's going on, but people started turning into some weird monsters all of a sudden. Haven't a goddamn clue as to who they are. Don't seem like they can understand us either. Good thing my train car didn't have a lot of those monsters. Just chopped what monsters there were to pieces and hauled the civilians to this vacant car. 3, 2, 1, red colors. 3, 2, 2, red colors. We've decided to protect them, despite the potential risk that they may transform as well. But of course, It is expected duty of any valorous fixer to stand guard in the front lines against evil to protect the weak. I wish we had fixers in real life to protect us from the fucking evil. It hit 62 degrees this summer. Usually it's 40, 50. Are you talking about Fahrenheit or Celsius, IceRT? Because 62 Celsius is like... I would boil like a fucking pig. What the hell's like temperature here? It's so weird that Russia also gets that hot. Blue, you can't complain either. Even like Brazil has hot girls too. And hot summers. No, wait, you have hot winters, right? What is wrong with you again? Like you have... Don't you have like Christmas and summer or something? In Finland, the top temperature was below 30. Okay, fun fact. Weapons of the Black Silence all have reference to books, movies, games like Old Boy Workshop as in reference to the Korean movie Old Boy, where the MC uses a hammer as a main weapon. I didn't know that. I knew that they were referencing workshops, but I didn't know that workshops themselves were references. You pass. You may pass. You may pass. You're allowed to spread your fucking vibes. I've been keeping a close eye on him for the last 3 days, and so far 0 transformations. Go past this car and you'll see what the hell on earth really means. Those monsters are constantly trying to claw their way to the front of the train. If you ask me, I'd wager that some shit went down there at one of the train cars in the back and it spread like wildfire till it reached here. I see. That's all that I can tell you about the situation, so what's your story? Why do you rich first-class folk suddenly decide to grace us peasants with your presence? Nothing that's happening here could have made it to your swanky first-class cars, so what's your business down here? It's curious. We fought enemies before encountering her, which means behind her and in front of her there were enemies. Of course, something could have reached the first-class passenger. Well, no, not considering the door, but... Anyway, W Corp has hired us to solve this case. We are... Wait, she can just divulge everything, right? Because they're gonna reset the memories anyway. Fixes! Indeed, fixes. Faust nodded reluctantly as she affirmed Don Quixote's boisterous declaration. Huh. They got every single one of you a first-class ticket? Your office must be rolling in the dough. That's a slang word. Wait a goddamn second. So W Corp already knew that this would happen? But, are you really contracted to a wing? Not sure if I trust you. As you must be well aware yourself, contracts and contract fulfillment are of paramount importance for fixers. With that in mind, please recall that W Corp is one of the most secretive wings of the city. Ah, non-disclosure agreement, huh? Makes sense. I wouldn't want to deal with those oofy boys either. Anyway, I'm still gonna have to ask for proof that you're actually contracted by W Corp. Why? You know what my proof is? Here, fucking eat this. Someone shoot her, please. It's the master keycard given to us by W Corp. I believe that it can open most doors aboard this train. Faust produced the master keycard from her pocket. I guess there isn't any other way for us to prove that we're actually contracted by W Corp. Can we use the master keycard to access the T Corp box and just yank it out? Then kill everyone, I guess. Keycard? We use this to open a path between the first class and the economy class car. Let's see. W Corp logo. Oh, nice materials. Looks like you're telling the truth. I like the scene in American Psycho with the car. Alright, I won't pry. Not like there's any cash in it for me either. So, I guess you gotta go all the way down there for your job, huh? Yes. The fixer finally got out of... I'm having a stroke! The fixer finally got out of our way. Then, with one of the 3 hands, pointed towards the opposite door. Well, it's your funeral, ladies and gents, or your victory lap, if you guys are really that good. Lots of luck to you all. I thank thee for thy words of courage, Fixer Sasha. You fucking bitch! I shall trust thee with protection of this fortress. Prithee, protect the innocents in my stead. Oh, fuck no. What, like, immediately I'm, like, scared of this. Bixis, are you a fixer? Wait. Bixis, are you a fixer? Are you going to save us from the monsters in the cars behind us? Oh? Just as we were about to reach the other end of the car, a little passenger pulled on Don Quixote's coattails. Aye, forsooth. Whoa, are you a famous fixer? Forsooth, once again, thou mayst know me as a profoundly illustrious fixer. Whoa, I want to be a fixer too, just like you. Oh no, don't pester the lady. I'm sorry, she's my daughter and... Mwahaha, worry not thyself, 'tis no bother at all. Thou must dream of becoming a fixer thyself, little squire. It is fortunate that someone like yourself is aboard the train. Your presence ensured that child's survival. What you talking about all of a sudden? Come on, no need to keep up appearances between people in the same line of work. Just here to collect some sweet emergency contract fees from each and every one of you. Are you two on something or what? Well, everyone except you and the passengers here knows that nothing's gonna happen. Because you're all gonna get wiped out anyway, but... I mean, wiped out in the sense of, like, memory and what happened here, but... I see. I don't think Don Quixote needs to hear what she just said. Didn't know you could be like that, Faust. Be like, what? You knew there was no way the fixer was actually there to protect them out of pure goodwill, but you decided to go along with Don Quixote's delusions anyway. Am I right? Faust looks as if she is completely shut down with her, like, half-open mouth and empty gaze, like she's completely retarded without the network. More apathetic, mind you, but completely fucking mentally just out there. Good move. I was getting worried about what might happen if she started acting out again. You saw the twinkle in her eyes too, right? Don Quixote's always been energetic, but she's been especially bouncy today. Eyes. Faust wrote towards Sasha with a question. I have one last thing to inquire. It'll be 30k on per inquiry. Yeah, just write a fucking bill or something, I don't care. It's quite an unsound decision to make for someone who claims to be in the same line of work as us. Have you considered the possibility that, once our contract is successfully completed, we could include references to a particularly cooperative associate office in our report to W Corp? Whoa, you serious? Well then, let me hear it. Were the eyes of the monsters you faced red by any chance? Sasha paused, his swinging arms for a moment upon hearing that question, appearing to either be in thought or trying to recall something, then answered. Isn't it kind of weird that her eyes are red too? Like, is that like a deliberate decision on them? Like, signing her? I don't know. The monsters were red all over, but is there something special about the eye color? Well, for one, my prosthetic eye's red. That passenger over there's got red eyes and... Oh, you there. That lady with the big swords also got red eyes. What, is someone out there paying cash for info on red eyes or something? Yes. Yes, actually, like, Kurapika of the Hunter x Hunter universe is like looking for information about red eyes. Now that they mention it. No, well, it was a question of no significance. Faust nodded lightly in a direction, then opened the door to the next car. Was just as we had feared. The scene that appeared before us looked like it came straight out of a painting of hell. Noise. Faust says Sasha IP and it's OP. Wow. We don't have... Oh, do we have enough lunacy to roll it? Wait. What? Hey, look at the screen. Arcane said. What am I supposed to be seeing here? What am I seeing, Arcane? Oh, did you want me to look at this? Us going through the train like that, through the compartments? House has an Alexander ID. Oh, god damn it. Admire the screen. Which one? This one? This one. Both are pretty nice, actually. Wait, what does this say? T Corp? Anyway, we can't really get anything in the reward exchange. Oh, we can. We can get 3 tickets. Which is not enough to get a 10 pull. Yet. What is it? You know what? We're gonna do one paid one. I can't help it, okay? I fucking need it. I need it right now. And since it doesn't matter if you do like a 10 pull at once or like 9 1 pulls like that, we're just gonna do it. Just gonna do it until I get it, okay? Like this is gonna be the end. For like no more story today. It's just straight up gambling. That's it. Singles are a scam? Fuck! Getting scammed on stream live right now. Someone help me, please. Call a doctor. Okay, Gooey Ishmael. That's a good start. That's a good start. I would love that. I would love to Gooey Ishmael all day long. Please, just spark us some shit. Oh, God, no. If I get Otis again, I'm gonna fucking piss my pants. Oh, not many chances left. Just use the share screen? What do you mean? Share screen. Huh? Is this it? No. Getting shots for fun? That's it! I'm having fun! Yes, of course. That's my cope. I'm having fun right now. Oh, I'm having so much fun. There's no sour grapes involved in this. The thing is, rolling it feels so much better than dispersing it, you know? I could have just bought it with my remaining boxes. Fuck you, Ishmael! It's the last one. It's the last one, director. And it's not it. It's not it. It's not it, it's brioche. Excuse you, dispensing feels good? No, not for me. Not for me, it doesn't... Oh god, I only cleared one stage during the stream. Doesn't feel good for me, thank you very much. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, we're gonna continue this another time, another day. Might not be tomorrow. I will let you know in the YouTube community tab. Or like if you're using the YouTube app on your smartphone, hopefully it will show up anyway. I will also let you know in the little chat tab below the stream when we're gonna continue this. For now, I'm gonna stop the recording, YouTube-wise. So bye, YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube.